It's Melanie Ash from MelanieAshFitness.com. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. I just got done working out, and so I'm kind of sweaty and look a little a mess, but I don't feel bad about that because I just got done working out. So I don't have to feel bad about looking sweaty and messy because I haven't taken a shower yet, and I got a really good workout in. So I'm not going to be sorry about being sweaty and gross. But I wanted to jump on before I get in the shower while I'm still sweaty and gross because I just had a really great, awesome, intense workout. And if you are anything like me and you do like working out, or even if you don't, you get done and you have this like intense high and you just feel amazing and it's over and whew, like you just are so glad it's done, but you also feel really good because it gets those endorphins going. And one of the reasons I had a really great workout today is because I pushed myself really hard. And as I was doing it, I realized that there's a little mind trick that I use when I'm working out by myself to help myself stay motivated and to go harder and to have a better workout. And as I was thinking about this, I thought I should jump on and share this with some of you because it might help you. And I've actually talked to a couple clients about it before who use kind of similar Jedi mind tricks when they have to work out by themselves and it can be hard to get motivated, to help them want to go harder, want to maybe do a little bit more. You know, you start to get tired and you kind of want to quit, and it's like, what can you do in your mind to keep yourself going? So I'm going to share that with you today. And today's workout, I wanted to do a little bit of like circuit cardio. I knew I wanted to get a really good sweat, and I knew I wanted to use my muscles, so I wasn't just going to go for a run. And the gym where I train my clients out of has a lot of really awesome, fun toys to work with. And the original plan that I had thought what I was going to do, I couldn't do because there was another group boot camp going on, and they were using those items, which is fine. And a lot of times this happens. You go to the gym and you have your plan, and then you get there, and the equipment that you wanted might not be available, and so you have to kind of change up what you're going to do. And some people get really frustrated by that and they give up. But I just kind of reworked it and thought, okay, what can I do? So I came up with this circuit, and I decided to do 20 medicine ball slams, 20 wall balls, and 20 box jumps in a circuit with as little bit of rest as possible. And when I started the workout, I told myself I was going to do 5 rounds because I thought, okay, if I do 20 of each and you do 5 rounds, that's 100 ball slams, that's 100 wall balls, and it's 100 box jumps. So I get into the workout, and it was hard, and I was pushing myself hard, and it was tiring. But this is kind of the little trick that I use. So like, as I started it and I told myself I was going to do 5, as I get going, you know, and once I start to get in the groove and I start to sweat and I start to feel good, I'm like, I got done with the 4th round, I'm like, well, I might as well do 6 because I wasn't out of gas yet, and it only taken me, I think, not quite 20 minutes to do 4. I think maybe it was almost 20 minutes, but not quite, to do 4 rounds. So that's with very minimal rest in between. So I told myself, do 6. Okay, do 6. It's kind of like a little bit of a deal. Like, you can do 6. So once I did the 5th one, and I knew I was going to do the 6th round, as I'm doing the 6th round, I thought to myself, well, you know, if I do 8, that's 200 of everything. You know, 5 was, and my math may be wrong on that, but I was thinking to myself that would be 200 of everything. So 200 ball slams, 200 wall balls, and 200 box jumps. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do 6, I might as well do 8. And so I pushed myself and said, you know, as long as I had gas left in the tank, when I got done with that 7th round, I was going to do 8. I ended up doing 8 rounds, and it took me about 40, 45 minutes. But that was how I kept myself going, is in the beginning, I told myself, I'm just going to do 5. Do 5, we'll be good to go. So it didn't seem like something super difficult, you know. I don't want to say difficult because it was a hard workout, but it wasn't like, oh my God, 8. Like, 8 sounds like a lot. So if I started with that smaller number of 5, like, all right, I can do 5. And then once I did 4, I was like, well, I can do 6. And then once I did 6, I'm like, well, I can do 8. And so that's kind of how I'll keep myself going and motivate myself to get a little bit more out of my workout. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Because it's something that you also can use for yourself. If you're sometimes working out alone, if you're at home or you're at the gym and you're not working with a trainer or you're not working with a friend, and you find that at times you have trouble keeping yourself going or pushing yourself. I hear that from a lot of people. They do like to work with myself or a trainer because we will push them. And a lot of times I'm going to believe more of you than you'll believe of yourself. Like, maybe even for me, I may have thought to myself, well, there's no way I could do 8 rounds. I can do 8 rounds, but I just had to kind of believe that I could do it. So here's a trick that I want you to use. If you're, whether it's doing circuits, whether it's doing reps at the gym, whether you're running, this is a really good one to do with running. Say you're running on a treadmill. We'll start with the treadmill. Say you're running on a treadmill and you tell yourself, I'm going to do intervals and I'm going to run as hard as I can for however long and then walk. So tell yourself, like, I'm going to run for 30 seconds. And then as you get close to 30 seconds, you have to start thinking, well, I can do 40. Get to 40. Just get to 40. And then as you get closer to 40, well, you might as well do a minute because you can get to a minute. And just kind of keep moving the needle a little bit further away and challenge yourself to rise to the occasion. And I will almost guarantee you that what you believe you can do is less than what you actually can. But you'll sell yourself short every time and you'll go, well, I can't do it. Try it. Like, set a milestone that you know you can do, and then as you get closer to it, move the needle a little farther away. Say you were working out outside. Say you went to the park to jog. Like, look far in front of you and pick a tree and say, I'm going to run as hard as I can to that tree, or I'm going to jog to that tree. And it seems something doable. As you get closer to that tree, I want you to find a tree that's further away. And then say, no, I'm going to go to that tree. I can keep going. I'm not completely dead. Keep moving those trees. Keep going farther, farther, farther until you literally have actually reached that point where you're done. Because I almost guarantee you that you think you can only do this much and you can probably do this much. And you'll find that your workouts can be a lot more challenging and effective, and you'll feel amazing. Like, it feels really good to be like, I'm going to do 5 rounds, and man, before you start, you're like, whew, that's going to be tough. And then I do 8, and it was hard, and granted, I was done. Like, you guys can see I'm red and sweaty. I was done. But I was able to do it, and it felt good, and I didn't, puke or pass out. So then I felt like really good, like, yeah, like an even better sense of accomplishment than just having done the original workout, which would still have been a good workout. But the truth is, I was capable of more than what I had originally set out to do. So this is a trick that I use with any kind of workout. Sometimes I'll even do it with clients. Sometimes people get a little mad at me. If you say, we're going to do 3 rounds of something, and then they'll do it, and I'm like, let's do 4. And they're like, you said 3. It's like, but you still have gas in the tank, don't you? Or you may think that 15 reps sounds like a lot, but if you can do it, then it's not a lot, then it's not too much. And a lot of times, my job as a trainer is to believe more of you than you believe of yourself, and kind of set that bar and let you rise to it, and then to keep moving that bar higher and higher. But you can do that for yourself. You just have to take that little extra initiative and be your own coach and keep telling yourself, all right, I'm going to go to here. Well, if I can make it here, maybe I can make it here. I bet I can make it here. And keep going and pushing yourself. I would love to hear if anyone else has any tricks or tips of how you motivate yourself when you're working out. If you do have to work out by yourself, share it in the comments. It's good. It's good for us to kind of share and help and encourage each other along. And the next time that you're working out and you feel tired and you want to quit, or maybe before you start, if you think you're only going to do so much, I want you to remember this little hack. I want you to try it. I want you to try to just add 1 extra round, add 10 extra seconds, add 3 extra reps, and see if you aren't capable of doing more, because I guarantee you that you are. I'm Melanie Ash. You can check me out at melanieashfitness.com. Get my clean eating recipe ebook there. If you click on recipe book up in the right-hand corner, you can get that. It's also linked here on Facebook, and I've got some other great free offers there as well. Take a look around, and hope you have a great weekend. And I need to go take a shower. Take care.